Okay, I've made room. 24 minutes of video storage, even though let's hope I don't take that long rambling. Anyway, back with another video, second draft, because the first one felt like I was droning on. It's probably going to happen a couple of times. Anyway, I'm back until the next 2 weeks to like 2 to 3 months later. Uh, Sorry for the lack of consistency. Just been mentally all over the place. Um, there's a lot of anger, dissatisfaction, that feeling of loss, the feeling of being lost, trying to reconfigure my own perspective of who it is I believe that I am. Because I don't fully know who I am. It's like every time I do something that I'm proud of, it's like, ooh, okay, this thing is me, or this is a part of me that I'm proud of. But then there are other aspects of me, like my procrastination and my fear and my anxiety, I suppose, or if it is even anxiety, just overthinking in general, things that I'm not proud of, where it makes me go, geez, this isn't me, or this is a part of me. These are parts of me that I'm not proud of. I've become bitter in recent months because there's probably going to be new people here who are watching, so I'll briefly go over it. But um, my twin brother passed away in March, so and it's August 1st now technically. So in the next couple of weeks, almost three, it's going to mark exactly 5 months, and it's been a tough handful of months. At first, I took it well, but then I figured, or I thought that I needed to take it well because my family wasn't, because the people around me weren't. So I figured I needed to be strong for everybody. It's the easiest thing I can do. It distracts me from my own feelings on the matter entirely. It distracts me from needing to cry because I'm not a person that likes crying. And even when I did cry for maybe 10 minutes, I did it where nobody was around. And I miss him. I think about him every day. I try to live in the way that he always knew that I would live in a way. I just want to make him proud. And there's a lot of things he wanted me to do in terms of getting my life together that I kind of blew off. You don't like, it's interesting how that works because you think you have people and you see death happening all around you every day of every week, of every month, of every year, for the rest of your life, for all of your life. And when it happens to you for whatever reason, it's almost like you don't realize what happens to you. You don't realize how much your perspective changes when you lose people. And that was my first time dealing with that. Not my first time losing someone in my family, but someone that close. Like that was like my other half. And no one can replicate that. Like there is a situation where I can get really, really close. But in terms of having blood like that, it's like you just, it's different. But anyway, I've been dealing with that. I'm dealing with working this job that I have to take an hour long bus ride to get there and an hour long bus ride to get back. And I cannot for the life of me. Like I like my job. I love it in terms of I like having good days at the job. It doesn't mean I want to stay there. But I want to get out. I've been there long enough. I don't feel like my work is appreciated, or anyone's work that I work with, their work is appreciated either. And it's unfortunate because you got some hard workers there. You get some people that slack and not much gets said to them. But the moment that you, a really hard worker, can slack off even a little bit, or even when you're not slacking, it feels like you get singled out, or you're one of the people that get singled out. And it's not cool. And I keep my mouth shut because I know I need my job, because it's the only way I can live right now, because I live with somebody and I'm not risking being on the street because I can't afford rent, like to pay rent. You know what I mean? And I told myself that by the time I was 18, I'd had things figured out when I was young. I turned 18 and then I'm a high school dropout. I told myself by the time I'd be 21, I'd have my own place. I'm about to be 22 in 8 days, and I'm still living. I'm living with my best friend and his family, and I could like save any money. A lot of it's my own doing, but a lot of it's also like because of important stuff as well. And I beat myself up over everything all the time. I got dreams, you know. I want to make it big here. I want to help people. I want to commune with people. I want to build a community with people, like-minded people who are trying to make it out and that can give each other the tools that one might not have, whether it be through advice, whether it just be someone to hear you and to understand what you're going through and to feel like you can relate or they can relate. Because I feel like I didn't really come up with that too much. I only came up with it in the form of my brother, uh, my best friend, who's currently sitting next to me while I'm making this video, and that's it, really. You know, I don't have a hard time trusting people, man, because you put your faith in people. You tell yourself maybe it'll get better, and a lot of times it feels like because you're nice, because you do everything for people, and you do it without complaint, because you figure what will be the point in complaining? I'm doing this because they're my family, they're my people. And then it feels like you get taken advantage of because you don't really feel like confronting the situation. And then you wonder, so if I were to say something right now, I can shatter everything. My life will change, probably for the worse. So I don't say anything. But then you not saying anything is eating you up inside. People don't pay attention enough to the quiet people. The quiet people, or the ones who are typically quiet, but when you're around them, they're lively and they feel like, oh man, a distraction from oh, my life sucks. But then you ask all the time, are you good? Are you okay? Or you're just always there when someone seems like they're not okay. You're always playing Superman. But when it's time to retire the cape for a little while, nobody pays attention to the guy underneath. No one sees you. No one notices you. And then after a while, you just take that pain. After a while of feeling it, you go, maybe I'm supposed to feel this. Maybe this is the price I have to pay for being there for those I care about. And then after a while, you start wanting things for yourself. And then whether it be through people telling you, or you come to that realization on your own, or you've seen it somewhere and realize it, you start to understand that maybe the way that you're feeling is totally freaking wrong and I need to do something about it. And then you're trying to do something about it. And it's almost like the harder you go, life wants to tear you down. Everybody around you, it's almost like there's a disturbance in the force. The status quo is about to be ruined. And then they look at you as the outlier, as the anomaly. It is like, don't y'all want to make it out, dog? Like, I'm trying to actually do something with myself. What's going on with y'all? Like, I work, and a lot of people talk about wanting to make it out. And I look around these people. Maybe I'm not the hardest, I don't work as quick as them. Maybe I'm not as smart as them. But I got more passion for doing the job right than probably any of y'all have. Because I'm like, yo, y'all don't understand what I'm going through, bro. Like, I could be homeless at any given point, like truly on the street. But by the grace of God and, living with people who care about me that I've had the pleasure of knowing for over a decade of my life, for half my life, I'm not totally on the street. But my mom and my dad, that's a whole nother case, man. Like, I gotta worry about them every night. I gotta make sure I keep in contact with them. And since my twin brother passed, I don't know how to feel about life. I've never once considered doing anything to harm myself ever in this, ever, really. Like, my brother was a lot of things. He was suicidal for a very long time because of the way school treated him. He was being bullied, and then no one ever did anything to help him. He was always on his own. I didn't really help much until later years, and then there wasn't much I could do about it. I wasn't the best brother to him, but I was trying to make it up to him. And I always loved him and always cared about him, always wanted to see him win. And I was always the optimistic one. He was the cynical one. And he was starting to see the light, starting to understand what it was to try to, like, take care of yourself, get out, see things, meet different people. And right as he was doing that, he's gone. He's the only person that called me at work all the time, and I would talk to him for hours. I feel bad looking back at it because, man, a good amount of the time, it's like, man, I'll be so stressed out. It's not that I'm ever angry at him. It's just that I can't talk right now. Talk to you about a breaker. But there are also a good amount of days where I straight up say, "Yo, I'm glad you're talking to me right now, man, because this day is stressed out. I get to talk to you about my day." I always wanted to look out for him, and I'm just lost because so much stuff feels like it's going wrong in my life at all at the same time. And I'm trying to do this YouTube stuff kind of like I'm doing this to, yes, track my evolution throughout time. But now I want to do it because I feel like now it's one of the only things that's keeping me from doing something drastic and ending up like every other one of these young bucks in the street. Because they get to, I know the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but it always looks like they get to chill and have a lot of people and always be having people be down with them, and then the same rut as everybody else, and they get the girl and they get to have this money illegally. But the point is they make a way to get it, and I'm trying to go through the system and do it right, treat people right, and it almost feels like, what am I getting for it? Like, I'm not, I just want to get respect. And I just, being a good person's hard, especially as a young person when you're trying to do things right and there aren't many people that can understand you the way that you want to be understood. Man, every day when I just be thinking, it wouldn't hurt to have somebody to hold me and tell me that it's going to be okay or that I've got your back. Because I don't really want to talk to people half, like, most of the time. Like, when I'm at work, if I'm not going out of my way to talk to people, which I do that so that way I'm not stuck with my bad thoughts. Because my thoughts, especially over the past couple of months, they've been getting real, real, real dark. And I just try to keep talking to my loved ones and all that because I need to make sure that I'm grounding myself so I'm here for them. And also make sure that I don't lose myself so I don't become somebody that I don't recognize. It's raining now. Kind of fitting, given the topic. But the whole theme of this video is just, I feel lost. Me and my best friend are we're really like-minded. We're trying to pursue similar careers. He's trying to be a music producer, and I'm trying to be an artist, a music artist. I don't want to say a rapper because I kind of want to do more than that, even though that's kind of what I specialize in, like rapping, like hip hop and poetry and whatnot. But you'll see that here at some point when I can get my life together, or if I can just, I'll figure something out. Probably we'll just record me just sitting there rapping on a beat or something because I want to change my life. And I'm tired of sitting around here acting like things are going to be okay if I just wait around because everyone else is doing that. I walk around my city every day and I see the homeless people lying down in the street. I'm always thinking in my head that could be me at any given point. I walk around and see these people on drugs or whatever, and I'm thinking like, yo, if I gave up, if I stopped caring just enough about life and myself, and I just said, to heck with my goals and dreams, I'll never get there. That could be me. But for whatever reason, I have so much willpower to not allow myself to sink to that level. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, why am I still doing this? I know why I'm still doing it because I believe that it's still possible. It has to be because otherwise, what am I still alive for, man? My brother should still be here. I should be in the ground instead of him right now. This ain't fair. He had a better idea of what to do with himself. Like he had his light was so much brighter than mine, and I always wanted to see him cultivate that. He's the reason why I knew me and his best friend in the first place. He's the reason why I'm cool with him. And I don't know what to do. My older brother, my mom, I try to keep in contact with them when I can, but life hurts, man. Because then I go to work to escape home because there's some stuff there that kind of stresses me out. But I come to work to escape my thoughts and what I see at home, my current temporary home, and then I leave from work to go home to escape work. And now I'm out here late at night filming a video where it feels like the world is quiet. I could finally think and say what I really want to say. Because during the day, when everybody's awake, it's like, oh man, we're back to pretending, everyone. Oh my God, we're going to work and we're still doing the same routine, the same dance. And I'm just like, I know y'all want more for yourselves, man. I guess they call them NPCs. And I'm like, when I hear from somebody, oh man, like this isn't good to say, but I can relate. I like relatable people where I can come to work and they say like, man, I'm trying to do this, man. I got all this going on and all this going on and all this going on, and I'm holding on because I'm trying to make it. I can relate to you. But if your life's all good and whatever, that's perfectly fine. I'm not criticizing it, but because of how I've come up, I spent my entire life struggling. Like I've always, like my mom always made sure to the best of her ability that I didn't go without. I had the games that I wanted, but I didn't have everything I wanted. But I had a lot of core things that I wanted, but I also remember what still struggled. I remember barely managing to have pasta and noodles in the house, and I would be eating dry noodles for breakfast. Like, it's a crazy world we live in. It's a crazy time that we live in, but it's hard to find other like-minded young people that are also trying to just make it out and that feel lost, and they're just not telling anyone. Like, what's y'all story, man? Like, I want to tell whoever's watching this behind the screen, if you're anywhere ranging from like 13 to like 20 something, 25 maybe, I don't care how old you are, screw it. What's your story? Because I bet no one has asked you that, really. No one asks me that, like, genuinely. Very, like, I don't think I've ever been asked that question, so I want to ask someone else this question if they haven't been asked it already. What's your story? Like, how did you come up? What are you trying to do with yourself? Do you have an idea as to where you want to go or how you want to get there? Who are you? Like when you're not pretending and you're around everyone else trying to perform for everyone else, and everyone does this on social media. Everyone does this in real life. People even do it more on social media where you're behind the keyboard. Who are you, the person behind your profile? Because I know there's real people out there somewhere. Who are you? Like I'm telling y'all who I am because I feel lost and I don't have anyone else other than my best friend to talk to where it's like someone's gonna get what the heck I'm trying to talk about. Because I feel like I'm exaggerating when I tell people my story. I feel like, man, this is my life, man. Like, this is what it is. Like, this is what life is for me. Man, I know what it's like where my paycheck, I'm only getting half my paycheck because I'm digging into the next one because I'm trying to make up for the last one. And it's just a cycle. And I know what it's like to always be in the negatives because you're just trying to make ends meet and all that. Like I know what that's like, and you got dreams, you got ambitions, but at every turn, it always feels like someone's trying to stop you, whether it be your family, your friends, your teachers, your whomevers, your bosses see you and they just want to pick on you, or I'm not gonna say they want to pick on you, maybe they do, but or maybe just, it feels like they're trying to pick on you. Maybe they're trying to get something across to you, but they're not doing it in a way where you can be on the same page with them. And sometimes I'm starting to realize keeping my mouth shut isn't going to do anything. So I want to, but then it's like if I say something, will it rock the boat? I'm not trying to have the boat get rocked. But then the other thought comes, well, I'm tired of not rocking the boat because look what happens to me in the process. My soul is dwindling. My light is dimming because I'm trying not to say anything that might dim your light. And I'm not trying to say dim it like, oh, I'm out to get you, but to make you feel a certain way. Because I'm only the way I am because the world is out for self anyway, and I try to accommodate. But if the world's out for self and you accommodate to a world that's out for self, you're always giving to a world that always takes. So give and take. If they don't want it, cool. They just take it, get away, and find people who will give you what you give. And also have boundaries for yourself. Have some respect for yourself. If you haven't had it before, start now. Start by your first no. And if it rocks the boat, you're going to feel hurt because I know what that's like. Where you start saying no to people and they look at you like you stingy. After a while, it's perfectly fine. I'll be the villain if it means that I have my peace because I'm lost as it is and you're just as lost as I am and you're the blind trying to lead the blind. Like it doesn't make any sense. And it's raining harder now, so I leave y'all with this question. If you're feeling lost, what's your story? So we can help each other find our way back somehow. And even if it doesn't help right away, it'll help somebody so they feel like they're not alone because I had to get this out. And yeah, y'all be seeing this the later today. I'll have it scheduled. I'm doing this at 1:43 in the freaking morning and it's raining. But y'all see this later in the day, probably by like maybe 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Y'all see it in the day sometime. Anyway, y'all have a good one.